Before your eyes were even open this morning, your hand already found your phone. You didn't decide to do that. You reached for it the way you breathe, automatically, before a single real thought. And that is not an accident. That first reach was designed, trained into you, by something that needs you awake and scrolling before your brain can defend itself. In the next few minutes, I'll show you what really happens in that half second and why it might be the most important moment of your entire day. Think about how it actually happens. You don't wake up and decide to check something. Your eyes barely open and the phone is already in your hand. You're not reading. You're not really awake. You're just scrolling. Someone else's thoughts, someone else's opinions, someone else's mood, pouring into your head before you've had a single thought of your own. And by the time you actually feel awake, it's already done. But here's the part nobody tells you. The person who reaches for that phone isn't really you, not the awake you, not the thinking you. The moment you open your eyes, your brain isn't fully online yet. It's slow, soft, wide open. And something out there knows that. Something was built to reach you in exactly that state before the thinking part of you wakes up to stop it. Here's what's actually happening. When you first wake up, your brain isn't running on its normal wiring yet. For a few minutes, it's still drifting in a slow, half-dreaming state. The part of you that questions things, that says, wait, that's not true, that part is still asleep. Which means whatever reaches you in that window doesn't get filtered. It goes straight in. And the apps on your phone were designed by people who understand this perfectly. They know the first minutes after waking are when you're the most open, the most suggestible, the easiest to move. So that's exactly when they reach for you. Not by accident, by design. And this is where it actually gets expensive, because that first thing you let in doesn't just disappear. Whatever you feel in those first minutes becomes the baseline for your whole day. If the first thing you feel is comparison, you carry that. If it's outrage, you carry that. If it's the quiet feeling that everyone is ahead of you, you carry that too. Hours later, you won't remember the video that made you feel it, but the feeling stays. You spend the rest of the day reacting to a mood that something else chose for you before you were even awake. And it's not just one morning, it's every morning. The same few minutes, handed over again and again, without you ever choosing to. 1,000 mornings where the first thought in your head was never actually yours. And you start to wonder how much of what you think you feel was just handed to you before you were awake enough to notice.